not done one of these for a while, so I thought, you know, seeing as I did pretty well at the Carboot, I'll show you what I got. So I've left the Carboot because it was about 5 million degrees in the field, so I've pulled up in a nice shady area so I don't melt to death. Yeah, so I think it's like the hottest day of the year, so it was always going to be a pretty big Carboot, and yeah, it did pretty well. Got some pretty decent stuff. Yeah, a lot of trading stuff to trade in. Obviously, there is some retro stuff, so we'll get to that. So I'm gonna try and do it in order, but it's sort of stacked up everywhere. So yeah. So the first thing. So I've been there. To be honest, I never really get much on the first few aisles because I think it's just regulars who stall out there. So this was sort of the 5th, 6th aisle. Lad had PS3 console. I think he wanted a tenner, but there was no controller or anything. I don't really pick up PS3 controllers that much because, well, consoles, because they work. But he had some games. I took a punt on this one. I was like, I'm sure there's money in it. And there is. It's quite an expensive game. It is The Godfather Don, the Don edition. So that's pretty good for £2. And then again, I didn't really buy anything for probably like 20-25 minutes. And then I stumbled upon this oldish woman. She had a box full of Xbox controllers. This is quite a story, actually. So she has some Xbox controllers. I asked them how much they were. They really are not in the best condition, so remember that. But we got 1, 2. That's a Halo one, but that is battered. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Xbox controllers, and they're all in varying condition, but they're all pretty much gonna need, some of them rattle, they're gonna need stick replacements. Some of them the analog sticks on, there's one I saw earlier, it's completely knackered and like stuck to the side. But I was literally just thought I'll just buy more for £1, parts and stuff. Some are missing the battery packs, etc, etc. There was a couple of games in the box. Again, condition not the best, but I've got disc cleaner, so I can disc clean them. So I got Grand Theft Auto and Skate 3, and I was like, oh, that's 8 controllers, 2 games, £10. She was like, yeah, that's fine. So I bought them, but while I was buying them, some bloke was like, oh, you buying all them, mate? I was just like, yeah. And then he was sort of hovering around behind me. I was on the floor. And then I bought them for a tenner, and then she said, oh, that cardboard box there is full of Xbox games. So I was like, oh, okay. So I opened that, started going through it. And then the bloke started going through what was left in the tub where the controllers were, which is just wires and stuff, like Xbox cables and stuff. And he like pulled out, he says, oh, how much for the rest of the box? And she was like, oh, I don't know, £8. And then he was like, but you just gave him all that for a tenner, and that's worth a fortune. And I was just like, oh God, here we go. And she was quite an old woman. She was like, oh, was it? And I'm just like thinking, oh, why would you? Yeah, so then he was like, oh, well, I'll give you 5 for the box of cables, you know. And then he kept going on about how I sort of ripped her off. I was just like, do you know how long it's going to take me to clean them, sort them out, change all the sticks, buy replacement battery covers? You know what I mean? Half of them probably don't work. I was just like, you don't know, just shut up. You don't know what you're going on about, mate. Then I got these games, paid a tenner for these, because she said £1.50 for the games. Some of these are all right. In fact, most of these discs are all right on these ones. But we got 2 copies of Sonic Unleashed. That's always holds its value a little bit. Cars 2, Super Street Fighter. I don't think there's much in that one. Sonic Generations, and another copy of Grand Theft Auto. So 10 quid for them. So he had the arse, this bloke. I've never seen him before. He's obviously a new bloke. And then I went up the row, and at the end was another stall, and there was a big tub, and all I could see was a red case on the side. So it was New Super Mario Bros. And he was buying it. I'm not sure how much he paid for it. So I sort of carried on down the row because I was like, whatever, I'm not that bothered if he's got there first. So I was looking at small stalls, and then as I turned around, he was walking down the row with it, and I said, "Oh, what did you get? Was it like I wasn't being like rude or anything? I was just like curious, just creating conversation." And he was like, "Oh, what's it to you?" He's like, "Got this whole tubs full of Wii stuff, you know." I'm just like, "Chill out, mate. I'm just creating conversation. Like, what's your problem?" So yeah, then he stormed off in the arse. I was just like, what? I was only asking him a question, so I don't know why I offended him. Because it's all right for me to supposedly rip people off, but then he's allowed to do it, whatever. So anyway, that was that. And then, in fact, I'll do these next. It's pretty much the last thing I bought. More 360 stuff. We've got this stack of games. So we've got Grand Theft Auto, Left 4 Dead 2, Black Ops 2, Red Dead Game of the Year Edition, Destroy All Humans, Skate 3, and Rainbow Six Vegas 2. I literally only picked that up because it says on the side Complete Edition. So I'm not sure. It's obviously a variant of some kind. So he said, "I'll make me an offer." I was like, I don't know, £5, and he's like, "Yeah, that's fine." So I got them. This stack of games here is from all sorts of stores. These are all 50p each. Shrek Carnival Craze Party Game. Peppa Pig, everyone's favourite Peppa Pig. Manhunt 2. Oh, that was a good find. Backbreaker for 50p. Unfortunately, it's missing the manual. But yeah, that's actually like a £12 game. The Matrix, Path of Neon, with a memory card in there. Mortal Kombat Deception, and Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles. So they're all 50p each. What else did I get? Oh yeah, I bought these Joy-Con. They're like covers, isn't they? I believe they're off the Animal Crossing Switch. I could be wrong. I've not checked. They were £2. I don't think there's any real money in them. I've got these for £1. So 3 PC games, but they're all ones you can get achievements on. So we've got F1 2011, 2010, and Flat Out Ultimate Carnage. Nothing special. I'm probably the only person who is collecting them. And then, so after that, well, I say after that because this was, yeah, this chap had he had a Mega Drive out on his table and he wanted 30 quid for it, and I was just like, yeah, it was boxed, but the box was completely ripped and knackered basically. But on the back he had this this at the back of the store, which is a Game Boy with the printer and some games. He said 40 or maybe an offer, so I offered him 30 and he said 35, so I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I got a Game Boy. The screen's knackered, it's got lines running through it, but say people will buy them. You still get good money from them even if they're not fully working. I mainly bought it for the games really. So Mario Land 2, Mickey Mouse, never seen that one before. Super Hunchback, that's an interesting one, never seen that. Tasmanian Devil Island Chase, Mario Land, there's a Tetris in there as well. Blades of Steel, tennis, Nintendo World Cup, Paperboy, Bart and the Beanstalk. Never seen that one before. And the last one is King of the Ring. So that's a fine game. Game Boy printer, which is lucky because there's no cable with it, but I have the cable at home. I don't know where I found it, but there's also that trashy thing, and there's a magnifier thing there. It's not really worth anything. But I thought for 35 quid, I thought that was pretty good. I don't know if there's anything in the front. Anything in here? No. Sometimes they put the manuals in there because we bought them. Yeah, so I bought that. And after I had that, after I bought that, all these controllers, literally next door up, I glanced over and I was like, oh, a GameCube. So I wandered over. She was like, oh, I want 15 quid for the GameCube. She was like, I don't have any cables or controllers or anything for it. And I was like, yeah, I'll do 15 on that, because it's got this little thing on the bottom. The old Game Boy Advance player. Memory card in the front. And there's a copy of Mario Kart in there. I think I would have preferred the boot disc for that, but and here you can bypass that with a you can buy the disc thing, I'm not sure, but there's still pretty good money in them, even if they don't have the disc. So yeah, £15 for that. Bought this for £1, just the guitar to trade in. It has got the rest of it. I just took it off so I could fit it in my bag. And then the last thing I bought, this is actually the last thing I bought. I was literally leaving and I saw this on the table. So it's a folder. I've literally not been through it, but I literally saw Minecraft in there, so disc only. And before I could say, she was like, oh, £2 for the whole folder. So I was just like, yeah, so let's see what we've got. There's actually FIFA. Oh, there's another one. There's something else behind that one. Oh, FIFA. More FIFA. That is... not sure what it is. That champion... what is it? Manager game? Not sure. PGR4, Project Gotham. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. That's a good find. Oh, and Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. They're actually fairly sought after 360 games, with the cases, obviously. PES 6, FIFA, World Cup. Another PES. Burn that. Another PES, the same game. PES. They're like football games. PES. UFC 2010. Mirror's Edge. A disc. Is a Disney disc of some kind. Not sure. Vampire. Rain. DJ Hero. Cricket. Storm Rise. Cricket. Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Ultimate Sith Edition. I'm sure that's supposed to have 2 discs though, but still. Madden, NHL, The Force Unleashed 2, Minecraft earlier, Crackdown, SmackDown vs Raw 2018, WWE 13, Bayonetta, Juice 2, Halo 4, Halo 3. Ah, there it is. Ultimate Sith Edition of Thingy. Pure, Amped Free, awesome game. And that is, oh, Forza 3. Not bad for £2. I'm glad I bought that now. I literally saw the Minecraft and I was like, I've got a spare case for that at home. So there it is. So I hope you've enjoyed this terrible video where I'm not even like centered to the camera, but whatever. Yeah, let me know what you think of the shit I bought from the Carboot. Oh my god, it's picking up the heat. I'm melting. Yes, there's some pretty good stuff there. I was going to do one of these videos last week, but I was like, I can't bother, so I didn't. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you all sometime in the near future, maybe when I do another video in like 6 months. So see you later.